morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I need my mic. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abby, and I warmly welcome you to the Caribbean and to my container garden here in Trinidad and Tobago. I am starving. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. It's about 7 o'clock this morning. I got up and I have prepared my area for putting the meat birds into freezer camp. Yep, it's the day. The day has arrived where we are about to harvest all of our hard work and have it ready for months and months to come. So guys, I started off with 50 meat birds in my coop, and I am so happy to say I got it only one single mortality. So we have 49 chickens here in our yardstead to harvest. Hold on, I need a bite. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry, y'all. So now that I have these 49 birds, guys, I originally had planned to harvest these guys on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of November 2024, and because my feed has ran out, I don't want to buy another bag of feed, which is about $150, half bag of the feed to push me through the 2 days. There's no justification in my mathematical sequence in my brain. There's no justification in spending that to just push them through 2 days and then be left with feed for months and months and months. So I opted to harvest them today. So I'm just waiting for my special one to come downstairs and set up the plucker that he made for me. But in the meantime, I have everything else set up. I have my pot with boiling water up. I have my killing cone up and ready with the bucket under there. I also have my cooler sanitized ready, and I have my table where I'll be dissecting the bird ready as well, sanitized and ready. My knife sharpened. I have my apron, my waterproof apron, and one thing I have to do is to set up a container with water so that after I dunk the bird in the hot water, I could put it in the cold water so that it doesn't cook. So I am so proud of myself. I'm so happy, and I just wanted to share this joy with you so that if you are contemplating growing your own meat, your own protein in the form of chickens, you can do it. Ready? So I'll pick you guys up in a little bit. This is my banana my banana tea. I learned this from Marie Farming on the Rocks. She uses this to prompt her plants to flower and produce. So that's one thing too, guys. Logging into people or watching people who are gardening in the Caribbean has been so helpful to me, because this is where I live. I live in the Caribbean, and so when you're tapping into people on YouTube, you want to especially watch people who are in your area, because it really is more helpful to you, so you will know what to do because it's in your immediate area. So here he is working on reassembling the plucker, and he is putting on some fingers back onto the rotating disc at the bottom of the plucker. All of these things he made by hand, and later down in the day we realized that we needed to put more fingers on that plate, which he did. He adjusted it by putting a whole lot more fingers on it, hence we started calling it the 100 fingers. So guys, I think it's basically 100 fingers he used to make this plucker, and we just use second-hand materials. Anything is possible once you put your mind to it. We use a palette for the base, and everything worked out great. At this point, he realized that we needed to put more fingers, and so he was discussing with me that we needed to put a lot more on that rotating disc so that the bird would be able to dance around in the plucker better, and he was explaining it to me. Guys, all in all, I was just so grateful that he took the time off from work to help me with this task today, and having him around really made the job a lot more enjoyable. Whoops, here comes the little one. I sent her upstairs for a hat because I didn't want the feathers to get into her hair. She chose to put on a pants. So here he is taking out the chicken from the plucker, and we're just hacking, going and getting this thing done. And it became a family affair. Everybody was involved. My son, he's the one that was holding the hose while the bird was dancing in the plucker, and my daughter, at times, she went and got the chicken out of the coop and put it into the killing cone. So guys, being able to do this as a family was really, really nice. The first time we did it, it was mostly myself, but this time it was a whole lot more enjoyable. So it began to rain. Yep, the weather did not cooperate this day. So my husband, he put up a tarpaulin to provide some level of shelter. It worked for the day, but that meant that I had to take the kids upstairs, give them something to eat, give them a bath, and while I was doing that, my husband continued, dispatching the birds. He continued cleaning them up, and guys, if I didn't have him there, it would have been a lot more stressful. I cannot emphasize how much I really appreciate his assistance doing this. Once I was back, we were able to continue getting everything done, and we were able to get all 50 of these birds processed together. Of course, there were points where I also still had to go upstairs and deal with the kids, but once I was around, things kept flowing really, really nicely. So guys, that's it. We were able to put these birds into freezer camp. We finished about midnight. We started, as you well know, 4 o'clock in the morning, so it was a lot of work. But I shouldn't say we started 4 o'clock in the morning. We started like around 8-9 o'clock in the morning, because everyone else woke like around after 7 or 7 thereafter, and of course I had to stop and feed breakfast, and things took longer because it was not as though I could be focused on it. It was a lot of stopping and tending to the little ones and feeding them, and it was a lot of juggling, and it just lengthen the time. But one thing I want to mention is the 100 fingers that my husband created by means of using an old washing machine drum. We bought some fingers, some plucking fingers, and he used an old gate motor. Of course, it took him a bit of twerking here and there. He started with a 110 motor that didn't have enough torque. Then he went to 220 that didn't have enough torque. But a 24-volt motor worked really, really, really well. It had the torque to withstand a bird being on the rotating disc inside the plucker, and he kept at it until he got it done for me, and I couldn't be more grateful, because that plucker, to me, the gnarly part of pluck of processing chickens is dealing with all those feathers, to be having to be plucking and pulling, and it's quite tedious. And so having the right tools when it comes to processing makes it a lot more enjoyable. So even though it took some time for us to do all of them, it was just the two of us, my husband and I. The kids helped here and there. Geo held the hose while the chicken was splattering about in the plucker, and Jasmine at times went and she picked up chickens and put into the killing cone. So they were involved as well. But of course, that will be limited, but we were involved in it as a family, and that, my guys, warmed me so much. It was more than I envisioned it would be. The feeling, it was a lot of work, but the feeling that I got when we were able to do this task together as a family, I will forever cherish it. And I want to get back to the plucker. So my husband, he made this plucker for me, and it worked exceptionally well. But when were finished with plucking, we were too tired to bag them out individually. So we just put them in bags, large garbage bag, brand new garbage, bags, and we just put them in bags of 7, threw them into the freezer. But because there was so much chickens, it took a while for the freezer to now get back up to temperature to be able to freeze it. So it's now quite chilled. And so now we're going to attempt vacuum sealing these chickens in these bags. We hope it works, because that would make things a whole lot easier. And guess who bought it? Again, the special one. He's always thinking about making things easier for me. He's always working behind the scenes. So, guys, I don't have much more to say. You guys know what goes on with processing. It's putting the birds to sleep, dressing them, and putting them in the freezer. And we are now at that point where we're putting them in the freezer properly, and now we don't have to do this for months and months to come. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know whether it's going to be long or short. There's going to be quite a bit of storytelling. As you know, I love doing that. But just let me know. Give me a thumbs up whether you enjoyed the video. If you're new here, welcome to my Yardstead here in Trinidad and Tobago. I think I might change my intro a little bit and say, welcome to my, instead of my container garden, I think I might say my Yardstead here in Trinidad and Tobago. If you like that comment, if you like that intro, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, I think I might evolve into that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you beautiful people the next time. Take care. Bye.